everybody's wrong. Rewrote the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in? Wrapped around. Wrapped around.
Have you ever been jealous of your best friend? I have on a few occasions because he's just an awesome person. So I mean, if you're not jealous of your best friend from time to time because of how amazing that person is, then I don't think you have the right best friend. I mean, it is loud outside, but I'm gonna leave the window open because, you know, I like to breathe. But yeah, a few times, but not jealous in a bad way, jealous in like a proud way, if that makes any sense. Like, man, I wish I could do something like he did, and I'm so glad that he could do it type of thing. So, to answer that question with one word, yes. 11. What's your favorite or least favorite word? Favorite word would have to be geek, because it is the one word I relate to the best. I think it is the one word that has evolved throughout the years. Like, back then, being a geek was like horrible. Not horrible, but you know, being called a geek wasn't something to be proud of. Now, it's like, to be called a geek is, for me, the best thing, because that means I'm privileged enough to be considered part of an amazing group of people. Least favorite word would have to be, never thought about that. Least favorite word. Barnacles? I guess. Let's see. If you wrote a sitcom about your life, what would you name it? Probably something along the lines of Why Me? Or Oh Well. Yeah, keep it short. What was your biggest achievement before you turned 10? So many things. I managed to learn English. I knew the alphabet. I can eat with a fork and a knife and use them properly. No, I'd say the biggest accomplishment was not something physical, but something mentally, where I realized what I wanted to do with my life, and I've known that since I was a kid, so that's a plus. 12. We already answered that one. 14. Tell me every nickname you've ever had and how you got them. Nicknames. Bobby, from my parents, because that's the nickname they kind of birthed me into. Robbie, which was an accident one time. Robbie, Bobby. I know which one most of you are thinking about if you guys are my friends and you're like watching since the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but that doesn't matter. The biggest one is the name of my channel, Boxy Crotch, which I know the word crotch is kind of crude, but there's no sexual meaning behind it. It is just how things turned out, which I'll make a different video on, because that one's actually kind of a fun story. Some people know it, so I think I'll make that my next video, is explaining the name of Boxy Crotch and how that came into terms. Alright? Yeah. 15. What do you most fear? There's a lot of things. I'm getting serious now. But there are two that stand out the most to me. And they kind of like, they're kind of at the same level. One is finding out that love is not real. Kind of sappy, but kind of just, it's good. that I have. The second one is not being able to do what I want to do with my life because I'm living it. I want to control it. It's not because I'm a controlling personality. Like it's just I want to do what I want, and I want to do the thing that makes me the most happy. And if I can't do that, then obviously I'm going to be really sad about it, and I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to do it. So those two. Yeah. 16. What is the best possible thing I could ever do for you? Well, laptop, you could give me all the knowledge I ever require. Well, I'll change that question to best suit an answer. What is the best thing that anyone can do for me? The best thing is just to be there, I guess, is just kind of be there for me. But at the same time, take initiative, you know? If you're just there, just kind of like in the distance and not really like trying to talk to me, then you might as well be gone. Okay. What was the first thought you had when you saw me for the first time? Okay, for context, these questions are supposed to be from a girlfriend to a boyfriend. So if any time you kind of wondered why are these questions so different or odd, it's because this is a couple of questions for a couple. But this is the best I can do. Okay, so what was the first thought that you had when you first saw me? Answer in the comments down below. Number 19. If you could have a second home somewhere, where would it be? I already have one. It's called a movie theater. Laying down some truth on this foundation. Players. Nah, second home, like I think it means literally like a second home. New Zealand. New Orleans. I've always wanted to live in New Orleans. That changed a while ago, but right now I'm really reconsidering it because New Orleans has some awesome culture, some great food. So, New Orleans. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if anyone from New Orleans sees this video. Last question. We're almost done. How would you spend your last day if you knew you only had one more to live? Well, ending off on a serious note here, if I had one day to live, I'd be honest with every single person I knew. Every single one. Because then I'd have no regrets. Well, I'd have a few, but I can't change those because they've shaped me into who I am. So, to answer it plain and simple, tell everything to everyone. Everything. Doesn't matter, I'm dying. After that, movie theater. Because I love it. Then end off the day with the people I care about most. Teardrop. So that's it for this video. I think it might have run longer than 10 minutes. I don't know. That's a first. But yeah, more videos to come. Subscribe or don't. Whatever. So, as always, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good whatever. Later.